Hello.
Hey team, sorry.
Hey, sorry, I tried to wreck the joint. Broke Sam's camera.
Lauren tried her best to destroy my camera.
Yeah.
I can't hear.
I was like,
Oh.
Are you plugged in?
Oh, yep. Just
Turn it. Sometimes those cables can be a bit
hear it
dodgy.
crackling.
Just turn that bit, maybe,
Yeah.
where it joins.
Turn that bit.
Oh, this bit. Sorry.
Can you
Hello.
hear now? Can you hear now?
Nope.
Maybe just try different.
What about now? Can you hear it? Not like that.
Is it maybe that 2 that's buggered?
Yeah, it might be.
2's got something else in it.
Why can't I see what I'm doing? Can you see what I'm doing? Oh, duh. That better?
Yes, thank you.
Yeah, 2's dodgy. Oh, God. All right. Forgive me, Sam. Let's get on with it.
All right, let's. Oh, what is going on here? It's trying to like record something.
Record. Wait.
It's recording.
I might have accidentally pressed the button.
Recording to nothing. All right, let's go.
Woo! Triple decker. Oh my God.
So we've discovered how many wins it takes before we remember to do the air horn.
Yes,
So a long enough streak
15.
and we'll know straight to it.
that's right. Oh my God. Welcome to Here We Crow, episode 129. Holy shit, folks. Is this real?
Yes.
Are we good? We're good. Oh
We
my
are.
God. What,
think so.
What a game. Holy crap. I think everyone is feeling the excitement this week, and what a Friday night that was. We are going to get straight into it. I don't know what we're doing tonight because I couldn't
Nah.
wait, so we'll just wing it.
Yeah, we'll
but
work it out.
holy shit. Hi, Kate.
Hi, how are you, Lauren? All right.
I'm good. I was just trying to trash the joint and ruin the entire podcast and Sam's life. But other than that, I'm fine. Ben, how are you?
Yeah, fine. Just ruined Sam's life. Leave mine alone.
Yeah. Welcome. And Sam. Sorry, Sam.
That's okay. I was
yeah.
better 15 minutes ago, but I'm okay.
Sam was very cool, calm and
I
collected.
bought
when
him a
that happened.
Guinness, so hopefully all is forgiven. Thanks for joining us live on YouTube and wherever you are. Let's get straight into it because we just want to talk about this game, I think. Ben, give us your stats, man. Wait for the button.
Where is it? Oh,
First one.
I'm the stat man.
I want to know why it ended up on the front page when it's one
I
of the
think I
newest
moved it
ones.
there.
Oh, okay.
To aid you. In finding it, really, but
It worked
that
well.
hasn't worked.
Yep. So debut player 129 is one young Martin Matner.
Ew.
Played the 98 games. So just if he's got any successful children, we're just shy of having any access to them. He was 2002 to 2007 running defender. In 2007, he was dropped in just before our elimination final, and we only offered him a 1-year deal. And he chose to look elsewhere. So that's when he headed north to Sydney. They gave us pick 28, which we traded to Port for Brad Symes and got 60 games out of him. Sydney, on the other hand, got 124 games out of him, out of Matner. And he also got the flag in 2012 with them. So he did pretty well out of that.
Yes.
Not bad.
Yeah, post-football, he started as an assistant coach at Sydney for a couple of years, came back to his pre-AFL club of Sturt, coached them to back-to-back premierships in 16 and 17. In 2019, he came across to the Crows as an assistant coach, I think mainly in defence. We culled him in 2020 with the COVID cutbacks. Rest of the year, Sturt say that he went back. He was on building sites for a while. He has a background in carpentry, so he was doing that for a little bit before heading back in 2021 back to Sturt And I believe they're doing a reasonable job this year.
Indeed.
They are, yes.
SANFL.
Go
Are
Double
they,
Blues.
are they undefeated?
15 and zip.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So there you go. That's Matna.
And he also goes to Pat a Cake Bakery, one of my least favourite bakeries, quite often. See him
That's
there.
the Hall of
It's
Famer,
up
isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
up the road
Yeah.
from the club.
Yeah,
so
it is.
yeah.
Very close. I think they have meetings there quite
Oh
often.
yeah. Yep. Yep. Oh,
Can't be
you
that
go.
bad then.
No.
Maybe that's where all the food's
He
going.
just doesn't know where the good ones are.
Oh,
Where
maybe,
all the food's going. he eats 10 Kranskis every morning.
well, maybe that's why they keep fit. If the food's not that good, they don't overindulge.
That's true.
They're
Yeah.
still very
good
fit
point.
and firing.
Yeah.
So, rando stats. So Scotty Welsh and Bernie Vince both played 129 games for the Crows,
Oh,
yeah.
wow.
Right.
and Ian Sarge Perry kicked 129 goals, and he had 129 contested marks.
Oh, nice
Wow,
one.
way.
So there you go.
Sarge.
Very random.
Very.
Fantastic,
Random
Ben.
and interesting to
Yes.
you.
To you.
Yeah, I might. Yeah, maybe I'll move it back from rando to interesting to me stats, because generally that's all it is.
All right, let's talk about the
Awesome.
game. That fart noise is what the bounce noise is what we all felt at the end of the first quarter of the Crows versus Hawthorn game on Friday night.
I was
But-
gearing up the wet fart button.
I bet you were. But the Crows came out on top, 15 goals, 11, 101, defeating the Hawks, 13 goals, 9, 87. What a roller coaster ride that one was. Oh, my God.
Absolutely.
I think the 50,600 people in the stadium were completely shell-shocked in that first quarter because the Hawks just took it away and kicked 5 goals on us, which is unheard of, really, for the Crows at this point in time. But we managed to stay cool, calm and collected, as did Matthew Nix in the quarter-time break. And Dawson just said, let's go, fellas, and took the ball and absolutely crushed it. He just brought us back to life. Actually, should give Fogg some credit for kicking that junk time goal
Yes.
end of the first quarter, because I think that gave everyone a bit more hope. And I was saying to myself, remember the Brisbane game. Remember the Brisbane game. Because similar scenario, we got a few goals kicked on us in the first half, that wasn't it?
Yes.
And we managed to come back from
At
that.
quarter time, both of us said, you said to me and I said to you, like, we're not out of this. And it's like, no, there's plenty of time and we're not that far down. And
That's it.
I didn't expect by halfway through the second quarter we'd be in the lead. But,
Yeah.
it
Pretty
was,
impressive.
it was, quite the fight back.
Yeah.
Look at us getting over our Crows trauma where we actually have hope that we could fight back. It's amazing.
Well, that's not, I was thinking that on the way over in the car. Like, I said last week, like, who is this team? Do we even know this team anymore? And like, I think we do. We know that they can come back from these scenarios, and they have just matured so much over the time. And I think we go back a few, maybe a few weeks, 8 weeks. When we were kind of, we were in a bit of the doldrums because we lost against Geelong, we lost against Collingwood, and we were like, oh, we can't win these close games. And then we won the Brisbane game. And, I'd like to think that I've always said all along that there is a lot of football to play out and we will only get better. And that's exactly what we've done.
Yeah.
So I'm very stoked with that. Sam, you were at home watching because you're
Yeah.
a faux supporter.
That's not true.
Just
I had a very
kidding.
sick
No, you had a
child.
sick baby. I'm being mean. Hopefully Maggie's feeling better.
Yeah, she is. Yeah.
What were your thoughts from the broadcast?
Oh,
view?
well, Lizzie just put in the chat that who was cool, calm, and collected because it wasn't me. The first quarter was. To be fair, I think it was just sort of like, oh god, like here we go. Like, are we hungover from the week before, which was a reasonably tough match. I don't know. They just came at us with a plan. I think Sam Mitchell was a very good coach, and they just executed it perfectly in that first quarter. We've shown some vulnerabilities when the pressure's up and they're running at us. So I think that's what they did to us, and it worked really, really well. Just massive credit to this team that we just don't roll over in those situations. I think back in the old days, we might have just let them keep going. We might have kicked the odd goal here or there, maybe a few in the last and lost by 6 goals. So for us to storm back into it as quickly as we did was just so good. And at 3/4 time, I was sitting there going, I think we're going to win this. Like
Yeah.
I had sort of had no real qualms about it. It was kind of weird.
It wasn't the best third quarter either, because
No.
they did come out and, challenged us again. But the stress was gone by that stage.
And it was like, you guys were at the game. I'm assuming probably some of you watched the replay, but it was ridiculous how many goals were kicked to one end.
Yes.
Clearly
Yes.
saw it, but the commentators were making a big deal about it during the game.
Admittedly, I have watched the replay approximately 4 times.
Oh, right, okay.
Yeah, that's the end I sit at where we didn't kick any goals. No one. I was
yeah.
just like peering
What's
down
happening
the
down
other
there?
end of the ground most of the game.
Your thoughts, Kate? I love your
Yeah.
insight. Give us some.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I agree with everything everyone said, and I think the spark and the kind of from the start of that second quarter was you just could see that we were turned around, ready to really roll and switch on. And I liked too that I feel like in the quarters where we dominated more than they dominated, especially that second quarter. And I also noticed, I guess, some of the moves that got made, whether they were pre-planned or not, like halfway through that first quarter, they started getting some goals, and then we had Filthy in the ruck, then we had Dawson in the middle, then we were trying to, wrestle back the momentum with some slow play, and none of that made enough of a difference straight away. But it was good to see us start to pull some triggers when we could see the game was getting away from us. And the same thing happened at the start of that fourth quarter, where we had Curtin in the middle, we had Dawson down forward, and I just, again, that sort of the different ways we can deploy teams and our players, to kind of, wrestle back control and or take away a game was really good to see. So I loved that.
Yeah, I think it kind of takes away that, that criticism that people have had that Nix doesn't have a plan B per se, because maybe we don't really need a plan B, because the plan is good and the plan works if we're executing the plan.
Yeah.
And that is to be first at the contest, hard at the ball, play tough footy.
Yeah.
That seems to be working for us. So
It's all Murray Davis, don't you know?
Oh, sorry,
Yeah,
I
come
forgot.
on, Laurie.
He's the new Josh Carr.
I want to talk a bit more about that actually, but
Yeah,
I'll get to Ben
let's.
first. Let's hear what Ben has to say.
Yeah, so I think it was impressive to regain our composure pretty much from when Fogarty kicked his goal, and then certainly after quarter time. I thought where they got us, it was they were able to use their handball to just keep finding free players and then get a kick out to the side and then just run through us, and that's what put our defence under so much pressure. It wasn't necessarily that our defence played so badly, it was just that the ball was just coming in so fast.
Their handballing is so swift as well. Like it doesn't even look like they're handballing because it's just so so quick.
So
yeah,
that sort of cut us apart. I mean, they handballed it 169 to our 104, so they certainly used it as their weapon. The other thing that I found less pleasing throughout the game, and less so in the last quarter, but definitely for the first 3 quarters, was the way that Sicily was allowed so much time to get into intercepting roles. I think he played a lot of his time on Cook, who probably wasn't providing enough of a target where he had to be accountable, and it meant that he could roll off of Cook and then get in the way of our forward 50 entries. It was our lowest efficiency going forward for a fair while. We were down at 44%. So I think, yeah, we want to make sure everyone in our forward line, if that was Rochelle in there, Sicily couldn't have just run off him and not worried about him. He would have had to defend him. Whereas Cook, I like what he does, but he goes missing too much. So you can take a bit of a gamble that you don't need to stand right on him.
I did say at the game, like we are really missing Rochelle in those like moments where we really want to finish in front of goal and have that extra small down there. But what's next? I don't even know what I'm saying.
I'll just keep
What's next, Ben?
seamlessly go on with a few
keep
stats
going.
from the
Please,
game.
yes,
Add a
that
few
would be
of
great.
those. So,
Keep talking, Ben.
as I said, a lot more handball from them. They had a lot more of the ball. With so much more handball, their efficiency was higher. Clearances, what we did quite well in the game was we were scoring from our defensive half, so we were able to transition from their attack to our kick goals, our end, really quite well. We kicked 8 goals from our defensive half versus only 5 from when it was in our forward half. So, whereas it was probably the other way around, they were 9 goals in their forward half to our 4. So we stopped them getting from end to end, but they got a fair few front ones. I'm going to say a fair few from quick kicks, intercepts, quick kicks back in with some free kicks aplenty in their forward 50. That resulted in a lot
A
of
couple
goals.
of them, didn't they?
Several.
I've got to. I know. Let's just address the umpiring because I know it's it's another one of those games where I thought it was just rubbish both ways, not just.
Yes.
Well, I've heard from Hawthorn fans we were kissed completely.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Well,
But I don't remember us getting 5 direct goals from free
I think
kicks.
it was where they were. I think we got. I think we got overall a pretty good deal, but we didn't get freebies like they did.
there was
Yes.
just so many. It was just inconsistent. I thought some of the holding the balls were inconsistent. That Sam Berry got done for a sling tackle when I think it was it Nash who had the ball.
Both his
Two
arms out.
hands,
Yeah.
like swinging him around.
Yeah.
Mate, if you're not trying to handball it off, that is holding
That's
the ball.
you.
Why isn't the umpire blowing the whistle? You are leaving it way too late. And then
And
It's
he
hard-
wouldn't have hit his damn head if he'd got rid of the ball anyway.
and
used
it's
his
also
arms.
yeah, that's right. And it's also
Stupid.
hard to even say if Berry like slung him or if he dropped because what else is he doing? Like
Yeah.
he's not doing anything else. You can't tell. So I thought that was pretty harsh.
I think too go
Yeah,
back
it
to
was
the
Will
Gold
Day.
Coast game and there were 50-metre penalties being played the moment someone breathed like they looked like they were like going to play on when they weren't. And then this time no one could get a 50-metre. It happened eventually once, but yeah, it was like it's just so inconsistent.
We also got there was that 50-metre penalty that Isaac Rankin got,
Yeah.
which
Shocking.
when you look at he got the 50, like he kicked
Yes.
the goal from it. But
Yes.
when you look back at that, it actually was there because even though he didn't play off of his line, he didn't actually play on. The umpire didn't call play on. I think it was Massimo was standing the mark already, and
Yeah.
Sicily just charged through the zone.
Yeah.
That is 50 all day, so
Yeah.
you can't actually complain about that. But there was another one where Fogg marked it kind of on the wing, like close to the centre, and the Hawthorn player went straight through the zone, and we didn't get paid 50 there. So, you can think what you want about that Isaac 50, but we were owed one.
And
Yeah.
they kicked the goal that they'd played on to
Yes.
advantage and kicked a point. So,
That one as well.
Absolutely.
yeah.
I think with that Isaac one, what I'd like to see there is just a little bit of common sense from the umpire. Why can't they just stop the play and say, look, get behind your mark, let's just reset?
Yeah.
Isaac clearly moved.
Yeah.
There was movement there. I think most players on the field thought it was probably play on, but the umpire called a mark or blew his whistle. So I don't know. I just think in that situation,
Question
just
was
call
he
it.
playing on because Sicily was chasing him, or was Sicily chasing him because he was playing on?
Yeah.
Well, he
It's
thought
no one could
But that's
hear
what
a
I mean.
whistle.
Just call it back.
it's because the
give him
ball.
a shot at goal.
I
yeah.
think he played on because the ball was touched. But when do the umpires ever call touched unless it's touched off the boot? They just don't. And it was very loud, so it's very hard to hear what was
Yeah.
going on. But
Yeah.
still, you don't need to I don't know. It was just really frustrating. Also, there was a holding the ball against Wayne Miller in the last where he literally just got whacked in the face. He didn't even get tackled.
Yes.
So that was just ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure Nick Murray and Tex both also got whacked in the face when they were trying to take a contested mark.
Yeah.
And we didn't get anything for that.
Well,
so
and even if it is the letter law, it's a free kick. The one that Nash got, was it against Saligo, where he's basically got the ball instantaneously, one arm pinned, thrown to the ground.
yeah,
and
where's
that's
the
just-
prior?
It's just straight away holding the ball. But if it is the correct ruling, it is just a dumb rule. It's just saying you are penalised for trying to get the ball, basically, because you've got no chance of doing anything other than giving away a free kick.
And I hate to say it, but Kane Corns made a great point in the Channel 7 commentary that it is dangerous for players to attempt to kick that. You are putting yourself in harm's way. You can fall, slip over, smash your head on the ground, break your bloody leg.
Yeah.
It's dangerous. You just can't do that.
Well, you saw the Bontempelli tackle against us a couple of weeks ago where he just almost
the
wrenched
old
his
chicken wing.
arm out of the
Yeah.
shoulder.
Yeah.
It just encourages that sort of tackle.
Yeah,
That's right.
exactly.
Which I just don't understand why they think that's a good idea. I think the only reason they think it's a good idea because they think, umpires can see that at least. But that's the only reason why they have it in there.
I don't know why it has to be so difficult to comprehend it. Just simplify it. And
Yeah.
why can't you just ball it up? Straight up ball it up. That's not wasting any time. And again, like it just seems like they're taking so long to blow the whistle.
Yes.
Which is really frustrating.
If they're worried about too many bounce ups, they wouldn't let people use the boundary line as a sanctuary when they're about to get tackled. So,
Oh yeah.
so
Don't even talk to me about how many balls
Absolutely.
Hawthorn walked over the boundary line.
they've got inconsistencies with their inconsistencies. It's
Exactly.
ridiculous.
But then they
Yeah.
paid one randomly the other day too, not in our game. Well, like someone tried to use the boundary as a sanctuary. It's
Right.
just so random.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we shouldn't stop complaining because
Yeah, anyway, we won.
It was a great win.
Yeah. It's good when this is always there to complain about. So if this is the only thing, we're doing all right.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. Yeah.
Yeah.
But do you feel like you have a lot more faith in this team? I think
so
I
much.
have more faith in this team than I think I did in 2017.
I had that exact thought this week because I thought perhaps that, again, I've said it before, but that season it took me till the prelim to believe that we could really win a premiership and then we didn't.
Because we couldn't defend, really.
Yeah.
Like we were just all attack.
I feel like I went home from many games that we won feeling frustrated still at a lot of the things that I felt like weren't working the way they needed to be to really make a tilt at the premiership.
and
then
we dominated that season. So it's
Yes.
weird to think
I
this
know.
way. And I don't know whether it's just because this is happening now.
Yeah.
But we haven't had any games like the infamous Bellerive
Yeah.
Hobart.
I don't know, the Freo game.
Schmozzle game.
Freo.
Freo game,
Yeah.
but lost by 19 or 18. So,
Oh,
And
yeah.
they
but
are
we kicked a
decent.
ton in that last quarter,
so
didn't we?
yeah, but still, we
did
did
fight
show
back.
up for the end of the game. So
But no,
if that's your worst performance to play terribly for the first half and then get almost back into it against Freo, that was, in hindsight, that was Freo playing how they started playing when they won 6 or 7 in a row. They're not as bad a team as it seemed like they were when we were going into that game.
I just felt like we were always like the wheels could have fallen off 2017 and
Yes.
they obviously did in
Yes.
the end, which was very unfortunate.
Exactly.
But this year it just feels like we're way better prepared for a tilt.
Yes.
Which is exciting.
I think last year was an anomaly, and you know, they keep saying that we were getting ahead of ourselves, and maybe that is the case. Like they just got a little bit too ahead of themselves and were a bit too confident that, I mean, they're obviously still a good team, but last year it just didn't really pan out. But I think it really does come down to a lot of timing. I think, like the talk is the trust, and the group has trust in Matthew Nicks and the coaching staff. The coaching staff and Matthew Nicks have trust in the group. That trust has come obviously to a pinnacle now where the trust is there. The players are experienced enough now. We've got the depth that we always needed.
And we've
He's
been
got the list.
A lot luckier with injuries this year.
We've been kissed on the dick with injuries, really.
Yeah.
So everything just seems to have worked out right at the right time.
Yeah.
And yeah, I don't know. It's just awesome.
I'll say this now because I think this is actually quite pertinent. Mr. Dawson said in the chat, I love Tex, but Dawson is a better captain and leader in my opinion. And I couldn't agree more with that. I think he is way more level-headed. I think he's way more team first more than, and this is just me guessing from the outside, a little bit less mates first. I think he's I think that could be a big difference between now and 2017.
I think Tex was the right captain at the time.
Yes.
Obviously, it was a different era, and obviously, with Phil Walsh dying and all of that kind of tragedy happening, he was really the one to kind of stand up and take the lead. But yeah, I also agree that Dawson right now he's the right one. He's the right age. He's like that good, he's in that middle area of not being too old, but he's also can relate to the younger boys.
Yeah. And he just seems so level-headed.
Level-headed, and he's obviously competitive. He doesn't seem like the kind of guy on face value that's really competitive and has that white line fever, but it's in there.
there.
He's got the dog in him.
And dare I
100%.
say it, this is going to sound really rude, but maybe just a touch more intelligent.
Yeah. Look,
I hope Tex's dad isn't listening to this.
I think too, it's that I think I'm seeing when you talk about that comparison, the coach captain synergy, I guess might be the word for it. In Tex and Phil Walsh, I could see why they would have worked well together, and then obviously things changed. And I think Nixie and Dawson are kind of cut from the same cloth as well. So I think it's that sort of hybrid that works really well. So yeah, I often will look at over the time I've been supporting the Crows and into footy, when we get a new captain, I kind of have this gut feel about whether they could be a premiership captain or not. And I've thought Roo, yes, and obviously Bix was. And and then since then there really hasn't been anyone that I've really, and then I think this year I've gone, I can picture that with Dawson. I can see him being a premiership captain.
Well, that Channel 7 promo, man, Channel 7 rocking those pre-game promos. Like, geez, way to get your heart started. But, Dawson holding the Premiership Cup in those promos just looks right, doesn't it?
I put it on the slide tonight.
Oh, did you? Well
wonderful.
Done, yeah. I don't know. I think he's obviously just great for the group. And
as a captain, because he plays all over the ground, he can influence a game, whether it's defence, whether it's kicking goals, whether it's getting a stoppage clearance. He can use his football to talk as well as just the way he brings everyone into the game.
He's pretty good too.
Yeah.
Goes all right.
He's pretty good at footy.
Does all right.
That was the next point I was going to make,
I've
Ben.
heard he's able to mark a ball.
Yeah. That's the next point I was going to make, Ben. He really does say, come on, boys, let's go, and really takes the team with him. And when Dawson sparks, you can see everyone else go, all right, we're on here, and follow the lead, which is exactly what you
But
want.
he doesn't do it in a way where he expects everyone just to get the ball to him. He goes and does it himself.
Yes.
It's not that he's handed the ball, it's that he's won that ball.
That's right, yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh,
wow.
Well, what a great weekend. I think that's one of the best games we've probably been to in some time. Sorry, Sam, I know you were there.
Okay.
But
Well, the atmosphere
probably one of the best
when there was
games.
30 seconds to go and everyone realised that we couldn't possibly lose it, they were just up and clapping.
Stood up and cheered.
Yeah.
It was really, it was quite something to be a part of.
Definitely.
And definitely a good taste of finals footy, I think.
Yeah.
Like that, if that's the calibre of footy we're going to be playing in September, then bring it on. Let's get to some votes, shall we?
Yeah.
Ben, you can go first.
Okay. Largely for helping to spark that turnaround, I do give 3 to Dawson. It's funny, the votes here could be spread so wide that, was Dawson one of our leading disposal
He
winners
was.
on 21
Yeah.
disposals? So
Yeah,
was
such
very
just behind
spread.
Keane.
It was,
Yeah,
yeah.
it's
I
just-
don't know if
Yeah.
anyone got over 25 disposals.
No,
in
it's
the game.
21
21
was
was
the
top.
max.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was really well spread. I gave it to him. I gave 2 to Worrell. I just thought some of his defensive efforts were really impressive. And I gave 1 to Thilthorpe, kicking 4 goals. I'm a sucker for 4 goals.
No, I'm only laughing because we didn't talk, but I did the exact same 3.
Oh, there you go.
Okay, good
Yeah,
to know.
nice.
Okay.
I went a bit different. And I think too, now that we're, a good team, well-rounded, I feel like I judge this a bit more on vibes than on stats, because I think you could back up so many players on stats for votes. But I went with 3, obviously, for Dawson, a really well-rounded game. And he really did spark that comeback. Did all the things. I gave 2 to Rankin because, again, I think he really fed off that and also offered some spark that we needed in that second quarter and then also later in the game as well. So, that X factor that he has, I think, is going to be really important for us in the future at the end of the year. And I actually gave 1 to Millerer because I've given him quite achiever so many times. And I felt like in that first quarter, he was one of the few players that had, composure and was, contesting and fighting hard. So, I gave 1 to Millerer.
Excellent. I think I've got the same as you. I was just texting Nuz, so I've missed your
yeah.
second. Who was your 2 votes?
Rankin.
Yep. So I gave 3 to Dawson, 2 to Rankin, and I also gave 1 to Miller.
Oh, how's that?
8 intercepts with 19 disposals at 89.5%, 3 inside 50s, 5 score involvements for Miller. Like that first half, and I do want to mention Tex. Thought he was fantastic.
Definitely.
Fogg was great as well. Hugh Bond had a great game. Filthy, obviously, and also Dan Curtin.
Yes.
Again, another great game. Like you said, the spread is very wide.
Yeah.
But thought Miller deserved it. That first half was some of the best footy he's played for the Crows ever, I think. It was amazing.
And he's like one of the few players who of that level of age and experience who actually stuck it out at the Crows. And there were many reasons for him to not in particular. So, I just love seeing that pay off and see his leadership, I think, is important.
I'm just so glad he's getting a good run at it. Like, it's been so long.
Credit to the fitness staff.
It's
amazing.
You know what still makes me sad? That Seeds isn't in this team. Actually kills me. I've got some votes from Nuz. 3 for Dawson. He's given 2 to Keane. I think warranted, and 1 for Rankin as well. Quite
Did Dan send it in?
Yeah,
Did
just
Dan
quick.
send any?
No, I don't think
No, I
he
don't
did.
think
did
he has. No.
Oh, terrible, Dan.
Chris Mills said in there, Dawson is a real steely competitor. You're better off getting out of his way when he gets like that.
Yeah.
Love seeing him go to Sicily. And I was going to bring
Yeah.
up the Sicily confrontation.
Oh, yeah.
It was just good to see. Like
Yeah.
it was something that you don't, like we haven't seen from Crows teams through the years, but I think they're just sort of, there's a confidence growing amongst them, like a healthy confidence as well.
Yeah.
So I think it's
I
fantastic.
think someone else mentioned in here, I think it was Tracy, about like Rankin's interview with the Crows Live after the game. And, he's just saying, we love playing together. They're playing for each other. And that's where that kind of like in your face Dawson going up to Sicily. And I'm pretty sure he was saying, now I'm no lip reader.
No.
And I would love to send the clip to a lip reader to figure out what was being said. But I'm pretty sure Dawson was saying to him, stop trying to start fights. Like he was basically saying like, you're just trying to start fights. Like, what are you doing basically? Like,
Love
and
it.
I fucking hate Sicily, man. I hate that dickhead. I think he's my new most hated player.
Oh, that's gone too. That's a bit too far, isn't
Is
it?
it? Like, who else is there? Who else is that much of a sooky fuck?
Tom Lynch.
Yes.
Yeah, well, he sucks too. Yeah. I don't know. I just think he's just like
No,
a
he's up
fucking
there.
whinger,
Yeah. Yeah.
and he's always complaining and bitching. Like, he's always just got a real, like, sour face. Fuck that guy.
Yeah.
What I love when you were saying about the confidence as well is like it's confidence but not arrogance.
Yeah.
And I really
Yeah.
like that we're right up on that line.
Yeah.
But unlike Hawthorn, we don't take it over that line.
Yeah.
And I love that.
I was talking to my dad about this too, and he was talking about how we are happy to go in hard. There might be a bit of a scuffle, but we're well and happy to just leave it there
Yes.
and get on with
That's
the job
right,
rather
yeah.
than try and
It's
just
interesting because you think about the end of our season last year, how much flack we copped about trying to rein Rochelle in
Yes.
a little bit. But probably that behaviour is a lot more Hawthorn-like than what you'd say Crows like this year. So it's just interesting with the perspective of a bit of time that it's probably working out pretty well in the long term.
I don't know if this is going to end up in your segment, Sam, but I just want to bring up now that
careful.
Jack's ear to the crowd when he kicked that goal, and then Tex's
Yeah.
reply in the last quarter was just brilliant.
Yeah.
It was just fucking brilliant.
Yeah.
And what did we
So
think
good.
about stopping the game for a cramp?
I heard it wasn't a cramp in the end.
No,
he
it actually
was.
was.
He was
Was
cramping.
it?
He went
Yeah.
off because of cramp, but he also
Oh, he had
a
had
stress
it.
reaction
Oh,
in
right.
his foot as well, but he went off for cramp.
Well, yeah, he played that out though, right? So yeah,
That's
terrible.
actually part of the bad that I want to contribute. Actually, part of that, but not the cramping thing. That's ridiculous,
Pathetic.
and you could see like all the Crows players like, what the hell is going on here? And honestly,
Nick's
what are you
getting
doing?
very angry in the
yes,
in the box as
it's like
well.
the angriest I've ever seen him.
Yeah.
I don't know if he was angry about that, but because
I like to choose that he was.
Yeah,
Well, the
it
way
seemed
he
to
was-
me like he was.
the way he was pointing, it almost was like he was angry at something else that was happening on the ground, like a structure or something. But who's to say?
Yeah.
Oh, we don't know what's going on up there. Quiet achiever, please.
Yes.
Hi, I'm Tyson Edwards.
You're such a quiet achiever.
Ben, who have you got there?
The guy who got squeezed out was Miller. I thought,
Fourth
such a
vote.
solid game. No, I'm still calling it. It was. I'm still saying it's fits into the criteria without calling it a fourth vote.
Sure.
Again, with the spread, I think it's a closer call these days.
Yeah.
yeah.
Kate.
Oh, that's a definite fourth vote. Thanks, Ben.
I'd bet.
Kate, who's your fourth
Your
vote?
perspective, but
My not fourth vote is actually it was Hugh Bond because I again in the first quarter I noticed him so much. He was just playing his guts out, lots of pressure. When other players weren't managing that as much, so and just slotted in after not playing all year, slotted into the team beautifully and really contributed.
was his major role on Moore?
Yeah.
So, yeah.
And to
Yeah.
keep Moore has torn us a new who knows what several times, and he was kept really quiet. That's a very impressive effort and a very
Yeah.
important effort because he can just take a game away.
Are you
from
trying to
us.
say it's a fourth vote, Ben?
No, I'm not saying that. I don't. I'm not in the habit of critiquing how other people's vote. I think it's fair enough.
Okay, Ben.
Do your best. I
God.
everyone
Yeah.
puts a lot of effort into this. They put a lot of thought into it.
Yes.
There was
it's true.
some.
Let's see what shitty vote Sam has.
There was some really clever stuff from Bond on the night, and
Yeah.
he made a couple of mistakes, but he did his absolute best to make up for them immediately
Yes.
afterwards as well. So I
definitely.
really liked his game. I thought it was fantastic.
I love him too. I think he's great, and I think we need to give him some more years, please.
Yes.
Nuz also had Bond. Oh, I've just gotten votes from Dan here.
Oh, Dan.
3 for Dawson, 2 for Millerer, and 1 for Thilthorpe. You got that, Ben?
Yep.
Oh boy.
And his quiet achiever also was Bond.
There you go.
Who was yours, Sam?
I went for Curtin only because I thought everyone else would go for Bond. So I thought I wanted to do something different. His last quarter was fantastic.
So
and some of the
good.
marks that
Yeah.
he took just at critical times, and his ability to jump for a ball and take it at the most optimal time for him,
Yeah.
which is taller than most other players, is just so good.
And starting in the
Absolutely.
middle,
Yeah.
first centre bounce of the fourth quarter too. So
Yeah.
they're obviously they trust him now. He's obviously shown enough now that they trust him to
Yeah.
be able to do that. And holy shit, we've got a superstar in the making. We need to hold on to him for as long as we possibly
time.
can.
Even though he's in his second year, I think he is a massive key to if we are going to have a tilt at this premiership. He
Yeah.
is a huge part of that.
And
Smoky for Norm Smith.
nice was it that we signed him up just before he went bang?
Exactly.
Absolutely.
My Tyson Edwards quiet achiever this week was actually Josh Worrell.
Yeah.
Again, it was almost like a split between Millerer or Worrell for that one vote because I thought they both had great games.
So
Millerer,
it's a fourth boat too.
it's pretty much in the fourth vote, yeah.
so is yours, Sam. Come on.
Oh yeah, well,
But, I think Miller's first half, incredible. Worrell's second half, incredible.
Yeah.
Like, he was just absolutely everywhere. Again, he was kind of like Bond, made a few mistakes in the first half. Kind of, a bit of a spray and pray kick here and there. But he just came up when it counted and took some really important intercept marks. So,
I think he got caught out a couple of times playing up. Like they obviously play a fairly high line, and he got caught out a couple of times with just how fast Hawthorn were moving the ball.
Yeah.
There was a key moment there. I think it was Peatling who. Oh, look, I like sort of shirked it a little bit when Chol was running at him, and I reckon Hawthorn had about 3 or 4 players behind our last defender, and Worrell was not happy about that.
No,
but
yeah.
they were just getting caught up a little bit,
Yes.
which got fixed.
yeah.
Yes. Yes.
And that's the beauty of the team now is they just fix those things really quickly, and they don't really need Nixie to tell them to do it. They can just
No.
do it in game.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Wow.
Alrighty. Well, we are going to hear from Sensible Crow now. Hopefully, give us a ring a ding ding, Noz, because we want to hear about the Sandfall wrap.
Absolutely.
And also, we haven't heard from Nuz for a while, so I'm really keen to get his thoughts on the game and how he thinks we're progressing at the moment.
When I say sun, you say full. Sun, full, sun. You say full.
Oh, that'll do.
Yeah, stop that. Hello, Sensible Crow.
Not sure about the remix. I'm not sure about.
Well, I can do a rap for you if you want.
Go for it.
Nuz, it's great to hear from you, mate. How are you going?
Very good. What have I been saying for the last 2 years? Mm-hmm. Dan Curtin
Yeah.
is a midfielder.
Yeah.
Only took us, 21 months to work that out, but that's all right. Better late than never.
Yes.
Next year's midfield, how exciting is it going to be seeing Drapey in his second year? Curtin,
Yeah.
pretty much going to be a full-time mid.
It's pretty crazy, isn't it, to think that it can just get better from here. Nuz, what are your thoughts? Like, you've done a pod, you've talked about trade, draft and list management, but what are your thoughts on the Crows at the moment?
Well, they're doing all the right things, obviously. I mean, we have to be becoming first, but the way we're playing the football is the modern style of football. I made a point on the podcast I did last time, it's a few weeks ago, now available on the Hear the Crow channel, of course, is that the way we were playing in 2023 was actually very similar to what we're doing now. It's just that we had a run of horrible luck and didn't quite have the cattle to finish it off, and we relied a lot on people like, Crouch, Murphy and others that kind of lacked, I guess, fast ball movement and refinement. And now, if you look at our team, maybe one or two might not be, but pretty much everyone is a really decent kick disposal of the ball and can play that kind of fast, free-flowing style. So
Yeah.
it's that quick rebound football that we're playing, and it's proven the last 3 or 4 years that that's what gets you a win in the grand final. And there's no reason why we can't win it this year. And the good news is that we're ahead of schedule and might just do a Hawthorn in 2008. So it's start of, what's that, 4 premierships, hopefully.
Heard it here first.
Yeah.
Don't get us too amped
This is
up.
coming from the
Lid is
sensible
off.
one.
Lid is off.
I'm glad the lid is off.
Obviously, if we lose to Collingwood, we could finish 4th and not get a home final.
Yeah,
True.
we could. Well,
Yeah, shut
we
up,
have to. No, as the Crowcast said, it's the last monkey off our back, but we've just been hammering every single one as we go. We've just been ticking it along, tick, tick, tick. It almost seems like there's nothing we can't do this year, and there's no fear in the team. Like, we've seen so many times where we would have gone back into our shell in the last few years, and we just haven't. We don't, and we really do believe now that we can do anything, which is a scary proposition for any other team because we've got nothing to lose.
True that. And I'm glad you brought up the kicking, because that is one thing that I think we've just totally improved on, is just the elite kicking and hitting targets, which has really, really helped our game. Naz, what do you think we're going to do this week against West Coast? Are we just going to rest a bunch, or are we just going to play them straight through?
If I've learned anything from Nick's history, we're going to play him through, and that'd be on Burgess as well. I don't think he likes to rest people unless they're, I don't know, there's obviously load management that they'd have to work out. There's all these things in sports science that we would not even be close to being privy to, and they'd have these metrics that they'd follow and make sure that he's done this amount of load and he's done too much and whatever. But it was, I can't see us resting anyone more than Tex and Laird coming back in.
Yeah.
And I can see Laird coming in for Smith and Bond keeping his spot to get some continuity in his game. And in terms of who comes in for Walker, it could be Burgess. He's been named as an emergency so many times.
Yeah.
And it's interesting because he doesn't really play the Walker role, but not many players do. So it's going to be interesting to see how they go. Are they going to go tall and replace him with Burgess, who's really the only one who is warranted a shot? Or are they going to go small with someone like Nankervis or Pedler to play that, I guess, 6th or 7th tall, forward role? So Pedler had a good game on the weekend again, but he's been yo-yoing out of the side, so I don't know. They might want to see someone like Nankervis or Dowling get a shot. And, of course, the other one's Cook, who had a bit of a shocker. And I saw Vardy Magic's comment earlier in the show saying, does it mean anything if Cook plays again and gets a lot of possessions? And I think it can warrant it, because sometimes it can just be that amount of confidence that he needs back in his game. It's like, you know what, I can get 15 touches and 2 goals. This is what I should be achieving for. And he's had a lot of tough games, Bulldogs away, Hawthorn at home in a final type match. So maybe an easy game is what Cookie needs, but it's going to be, I don't think it's going to be sweeping changes. And you don't want to risk it too much. We're not at the stage of where Collingwood resting 4 players. We're not quite there. We're still a young team. Well, we're averaging 25 years and 9 months, I think, per game, which is a pretty middle rung in terms of all the clubs out there. So I don't think we can do a Collingwood just yet.
Yeah, I don't want to write Cook off just yet either, because I think he's got an elite leg. His kicking inside 50 is pretty good, so
Just needs to get up.
Yeah, he just needs to get it, and
just get the bloody ball, mate.
Yeah, there are players that get lost in those games sometimes, and that's bound to happen. What are your thoughts on potentially Laird having another rest this week and Cheddar coming in?
I'd be surprised unless Laird is carrying something and they're not saying it. But when they say rested, it usually means that they come straight back in. It's very rare that they get left out. They would have said it's an injury otherwise. Yeah. So I'd be surprised if Laird doesn't come back in.
It was interesting because the first time they managed Laird, they didn't actually write managed on the sheet, but this time they did. So I'm just curious about that.
I think the other thing for selection is the fact that we have a really short turnaround to the Collingwood game and they have a massive rest. So I don't know if that might factor in, and what your thoughts are on that, Naz.
Oh, look, it's West Coast. No, I mean, I'm not going to lie. It's going to be like playing an SANFL team in terms of effort that they put out. it's not going to be. Yeah, what I'm worried about is that they don't switch on mentally because you can do that. That's my concern. If we really thought about it and we had to win by 200 points, we'd be able to do it. But let's just get the win. Let's just get it done. Touch wood, no injuries.
Yeah.
Like I don't care how we do it. Let's just get a win. You know.
Agreed.
Unfortunately,
That's all.
I'm not sure the 200-point margin is going to be a thing because I believe it is going to be wet over there. So it might be more might be more like 150.
Yeah.
Nuz.
No, but look, West Coast really are that bad. So let's just touch wood that they're playing like that continuously and they don't find, I guess, whatever courage they need to win.
Because they did push Collingwood for half a game, and that was over in Melbourne. So they've got a little bit in them. So far, not 4 quarters in them.
They had
They don't have Harley Reid.
Yeah, exactly.
Harley's out.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
This might be their last hurrah of the season. Like
Yeah.
this might be their kind of grand final. So that's what you do have to worry. We can't go there playing like we did against Hawthorn first quarter.
Yes.
Hey, Nuz, if we have, touch wood, obviously a injury to one of our midfielders, is Crouch just like the next in line to come back in, or is Sid Draper? Like, what are we doing with Sid?
Well, it's funny that you mentioned Crouch because, look, if you follow me on Twitter, you notice that I'm usually calling out the SANFL best players and the strange oddities that surround that. So Matt Crouch played, I guess I'd call it an 8 out of 10 game, right? He did Matt Crouch things, got a lot of the ball, did some good things, got a goal, and didn't do his typical defensive running, but we know his limitations, right? So standard Crouch game. And he wasn't named in the best players at all. He wasn't even in the top 6 best players.
Right.
That tells me that they're not going to put Crouch back in and he's not in their thought process, especially when they're playing people like Hurton in the midfield and they're trusting him in important games in the fourth quarter. So I think Crouch is done. I think that's the last we'll see of him. He's out of contract, and I think we've got the depth to cover even if there was an injury with other players on the field. They even gave Chase Jones a shot in there in the midfield. I don't think he's the answer, but I think they've moved past that and they realise that they're playing a better brand of football because of all the I guess the forward movement from the midfield directly and not going backwards to go forwards.
Yeah.
So is Sid out for pasture for the rest of the year, do you reckon? Or
I think so.
Yeah.
I think look, it's and to be honest, I'd rather him play with Crouch. This is just my opinion. But like Crouch is shoveling it out. Like it's no coincidence that Draper is playing a bit better in this NFL because Crouch is digging it out to him. But we're already doing that in our AFL team. Right? We have Peatling, we have Saligo, we have. Every bloody midfielder we have is a contested ball beast. Like how many more do we need?
Yeah.
And it's really enjoyable watching our clearances go forwards.
Exactly.
Bursting through packs. It's being so aggressive as opposed to 2 handballs back and then a kick around the body.
Yeah. And
I'd go on.
I was just going to say, Saligo's really come out of his shell in the last probably month, I'd say, and is really taking that ball on as well, which is really good. And personally, I just think another preseason into Draper and what kind of base are we going to be contending with there?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he's doing all the right things. He still needs to work on his composure. He still gets a bit panicky, but the best thing that I saw is that he got equal most tackles with Matt Crouch. He got 8 tackles on the weekend, so that's a really good sign to see that he's concentrating on the defensive attributes. We all know it's attacking flair, but he got 5 clearances, 8 tackles, 3 inside 50s. He's doing all the right things, and he even got a goal as well. So the sky's the limit for Sid.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And you touched on... Oh, no, go ahead.
Go on. Just on the SNFL, look, there's nothing really else to report now. Curvis had a slow game, not great if he wants to be recalled, but his previous form's been good. As I said, Pedler was all right, Dowling was all right, but no one really shone for me. James Borlace is playing very good as a key backup just in case there's an injury there. It's good to see the Ibis back playing a couple of games, Toby Murray.
Yep.
And he played pretty damn good for his second game back, 10 touches, a goal and quite a few hit-outs. But the interesting one for me was Tyler Welsh.
I was going to bring him
There
up.
we go.
Yeah. Is he actually going to come on? If I saw a glimmer of hope on the weekend.
That's more than
Absolute.
we
That's what
thought.
people want to hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. I saw something in him that showed me that he's switched on and he realised, shit, I want to be part of this and I need to actually pull my finger out. He took 3 contested marks, most out of anyone on the ground, and he got 2 goals too, and it could have easily been 3-1. He kind of just swayed 135 out, should have easily been a goal.
Yep.
He is his second effort, which is purely fitness. If you've ever played footy, it's just once you give you your first effort, if you don't have it in the tank, you just cannot find it to go again. And if he works on his fitness, there is more than enough talent there. And if he's getting 2 goals, 2 in the SANFL, and he's not even close to being fit, then look out. So I'm hoping he continues his confidence. And look, I don't know if Burgess is going to play next year. He's out of contract. I can't see us re-signing him. I can see us sticking fat with maybe Toby Murray in the forward line, and now we've got McAndrew as well.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Welsh take the number 1 mantle in the SANFL next year and see how he goes with that.
Interesting.
Ooh, watch that space.
There's definitely a few people I know that think Welsh is not going to make it. So that's really good to hear. I like
It's
that.
just
purely
needs to pull his
attitude
finger
and
out,
fitness.
doesn't he? Yeah.
That's it. It's honestly just attitude and fitness. And maybe this injury that he had to his ankle foot region, and he's sitting on the sidelines, he's like, fucking hell, like, I'm going to be doing this in a year and a half, sitting on his ass still playing Xbox, right? If he doesn't pull his finger out. So hopefully this is the shining light. We'll see how we go.
Yeah.
Well, Rob better take him under his wing, show him the way.
Mm.
Now that we've
Few
got
books.
him for a few more years.
Yes. And Rob didn't have a bad game after signing the contract.
I know.
No.
He's really showing himself. You touched on Nank earlier in the forward line. How do you think that one's working out?
Well, I don't know what happened this weekend. He didn't seem lost. He just didn't have his usual kind of great game. But the last 3 or 4 weeks has been really good form, really solid form. He's been taking advantage of playing against, I guess, their 3rd or 4th defender and taking them to the cleaners, been getting goals, being really creative, taking strong grabs. He's ready to have another go, and he could be the answer that we've been looking for in the half-forward line while Rash is out.
Well, I hope that's the case because I do love me some Nank.
Yeah.
Now, my last question for you, Nuz, unless anyone else has got another question, is where are we at with Nazaya Wanganeen Miller?
Well, I have got absolutely nothing, I'm afraid. And this is coming from a good base because I'm one of the first to find out from the grapevine due to my contact that I won't say who it is, but literally as soon as Isaac Rankin was going to agree to sign with us, I found out, and I actually messaged Fitzgerald, that, and the first thing he said to me was "F off." He couldn't believe it. So, look, I don't have that contact anymore, and I've been trying to scrape around to see what I can find, and it is really no, I just don't know. But it seems that Port's the front runner. I'm not going to add any fuel to the fire.
I was going to say, just make something up, Naz. Everyone else is.
Look, I know for a fact that we've offered him a contract. That's all.
Well, time will tell.
Look, what I will say is that we don't need him. He's like putting almonds and little crunchy bits on your ice cream. Like
I love that though.
We've got
wouldn't say
exactly.
no.
Everyone wants it,
Here's
right?
the texture.
But we don't need it. We have the ice cream. We have the waffle cone. You know, we've got the little napkin serviette bit.
M&Ms.
Like,
I like M&Ms on top.
yeah, M&Ms, but we don't have the chocolate sauce, and that's what he.
Uh-huh.
It feels a bit like when Brisbane got Dunkley. You're like, well, geez, Brisbane's midfield looks all right pretty already, and then they add Dunkley to it. So if there's a way that it works, I can't see it being a negative for us.
Oh, never.
No, and that's what I mean.
No.
It'd never be a negative. It's just that I think we can still survive by not getting him. He's. I think we've got all bases covered. We've got half-back flank covered. We've got midfield covered. We've got midfield flair covered. When Rochelle comes back, Rankin can go back into the midfield. It's just annoying that we're not the preferential favourite. But, I mean, if he wants to win a flag, right, Surely.
I mean, I
Because
think
Paul
maybe
ain't winning shit.
yeah, well, maybe Friday night changed his mind. Who knows? Like maybe he's going, oh hey, maybe I am that final piece of the puzzle. Look,
Maybe.
he's definitely
maybe.
a good poker player, that's for sure.
Yeah.
All I know,
Yeah,
if he does decide to leave, it's going to be a really messy trade period.
It really will be.
My only fear is like if players start getting names get thrown around and it starts affecting what a together like group that all want to play with each other, and if we start saying people are disposable, but he is a very, very good player.
Yeah, and that is a risk when you're paying a lot of money, a lot of cap space for these players, and you get people coming out in the back end. We are not paying many people's good coin. We just signed Dawson again. Rankin's on reasonable coin. Phil Thorpe is signed for much less than he could have. We have the room for it, but then what happens when Saligo becomes, and Rochelle and all these other players in 2 or 3 years?
Yeah.
Is going to be a really tight squeeze. And at the moment, the balance, we have a great balance of our list, and it can knock it out of tilt, but it can also work, like you said, with Dunkley to Brisbane, and then you have the final success. So we just won't know the answer for quite some time.
Yeah. That I think that a few people on Twitter have been floating around that, if we were going to get Naz, then we'd have to trade Josh Shelley. And I think that is just the worst thing we could possibly do. One, Josh has to agree to it. I just don't think he would. Two, he's contracted to 2029. And three, that would just kill the culture that we've built, that we've, taken so long to build up. Like,
I couldn't agree
no
more.
one would be happy about that.
No. They can have Murphy and Crouch.
and Shoal and Burgess.
Yeah, I've got the SNFL list. They can have
Drury. They can have Drury, Nuz.
Drury, Murphy, Strawn, Shoal. They can have this kid, Stephen Sahana, Harry Boyle.
They can have Doc Clark as well while we're at it.
But it's funny you say that. Look, I'll finish on this point. This is where we're really ripe to win an early flag this year, because our list is so balanced and because we're peaking at the right time with these players that are playing 60, 70, 80 games. But the problem is that we're going to start losing some possible talent that we draft in because they don't have opportunity, which is what happens with any good side. So if someone like Charlie Edwards requests a trade, don't be surprised, because this is what happens to all the good top 4 sides.
Yeah.
Because that's what we've been doing. We've been poaching these sides for the last 7 years, haven't we?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
Absolutely.
So
goes
this
around
is going to
comes
start
around.
happening to us. Exactly right. So just be warned that there might be a couple of annoying signings, and it's not because they don't want to be here, it's because they just want opportunity to play, because at the end of the day, that's all they want to do.
Yeah, and we can't be harsh on them for that.
Yeah.
They've got to get what they want.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Naz, thank you very much for calling in. It's great to hear from you, and hopefully we'll see you in the flesh very soon.
Absolutely.
How's the chances for a sample flag, do you reckon, before you go?
Oh, you know what? I'm a bit of a old hat. Like I want us to make the final, the grand final, but then lose it.
Yeah. I'm
Yeah.
the same.
I'm the same too.
By 1 point.
Yeah.
They can experience the glory of a grand final, just not the win of one.
And keep the form going for as long as the Crows are in finals.
Unless
Would
it's
be good.
Port or Sturt, and then I'd take a win.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah. Well,
Sturt need to win.
Yeah. No, Sturt aren't going to lose it. They're going to beat whoever. I'm a Bays fan, and they're going to beat. I think, do they play this weekend? Well, they played last year.
Crows and Sturt, do you mean?
No, Sturt and Glenelg.
Oh, yeah.
That'll be the grand final. I'd almost put my hat on, and Sturt will flog the Bays. So I can't see Sturt losing at all.
Gnarly.
Go double blues.
All right. Well, thank you very much again, Nuz. And like I said, hopefully we'll see you soon, and we will definitely talk to you again when we hit the finals run.
Oh, God.
That's it. Lids off. See you guys.
Thanks, Nuz. See you, Nuz.
Catch you.
Thanking you very much, Sensible Crow. Great to hear from you. Let's get on with it, Sam. It's your turn.
They've got it all in cricket, aerobics wear, sports shoes and sportswear for future heroes and present day heroes.
Is this because there's no goods?
I have no goods.
No goods?
No goods. Lots of
goods.
bads.
I guess we talked about the good.
This is where Lizzie comes into the chat and gives me shit or sends me a message like you forgot this. Sorry if I did. Recommended retail though. The Channel 7 Ginny interview. I put it in here. I have my thoughts, but I think we might have some mixed thoughts. I'll go with mine first.
Yeah.
I think we need to grow up about the fingers to the crowd. Like it's just pathetic that we're trying to chase a story about a player giving the bird to someone in the crowd. Does anyone give a shit?
No.
I don't.
Nah.
Like I understand that it's not the best look for kids, but who gives a shit? Like parents just parent. Tell your kid it's not a good thing.
Yeah.
Kids are giving the finger all day, every day.
Yeah, exactly.
Straight up. I think what I actually just think it's funny because I don't care about the finger thing at all.
No.
But we're also dealing with Channel 7 who they tell you all the time they are the exclusive.
Yeah,
they love
so-
an exclusive. And that's why they're sending their poor reporter out, poor Lauren Rose, who I used to know. So I feel so bad for her because I'm like, I know you and you're you're a cool chick. And they're sending you out doing this crap. And you basically just feel like you have to say yes, I'm assuming. But I don't actually think she's into the footy at all, which is even more hilarious. She's definitely not a sports journalist. I just think it's so dumb that it's funny. You know what I mean? It's so ridiculous that they would do that it's just funny.
It felt very much like a current affair where they're chasing a dodgy tradie or something. It's like,
But
where's the money gone, Ginny?
That is, that's right.
Do you want to say sorry to all these people that you've hurt?
But that is what Channel 7 News is now. So, regardless of who is doing the reporting, that is literally what it is. So I don't know why anyone is that surprised. But as Dan Gorringe said today on his podcast, it really does make access to the players much harder for shitty podcasts like ours when the dinosaur media are pulling those stunts.
Yeah.
I thought the whole interaction was pretty funny.
Yeah.
I actually put a
Awkward.
comment on Dan's post about it that say Jack Ginnivan's laughing when he's was when Danny Zuko sees Sandy in Greece at high school for the first time and Sandy's like, what the fuck? You're supposed to be a nice, normal guy and you're this cool guy and Danny Zuko's that's what it reminded me of. So dumb. Anyway, but the other thing that I hate, the one thing I don't like about it is the total pile-on of her, the reporter, on the internet that's currently happening. She doesn't deserve that. There's guys who are what's her name? What's her name? What do you need to know her name for? What are you going to do with that? What are you going to call her up at home? You're going to try and dox her or something? Find out where she lives? Saying that she needs to be fired? Why?
Yeah.
It's not like she's asking insensitive questions to someone who's lost their family or, something serious has happened. She's just asking a footy player about giving the bird. Give it a rest.
Absolutely.
It's bad. It's stupid, bad media and journalism, if
reporting,
you even want to call it that. But it doesn't deserve that kind of overreaction. It's just ridiculous.
No. Yeah.
Footwear sacrificed to half price and equipment slashed to half price. Rowan Jarman's huge half price sale. Don't miss it.
What you got?
I got a few in here. We've been whinging about the fixture and and how one-sided this year is. Did you hear the stat that 34 from the last 35 top 8 versus bottom 8 games, the top 8 has won? So it's
Say that slower. My
So-
brain didn't keep up.
out of the last 35 top 8 versus bottom 8 games, the top 8 side has won 34 of them.
Okay.
Oh.
Yeah,
So
right.
it's pretty gross, the
Yeah.
difference between the top 8 and the bottom 8 and how many games you're going to have to win to make the finals this year
Yes, it
is
is.
just well above.
15.
Yeah.
The only
Crazy.
benefit is that the actual final series is impressively close.
Yeah, that's right. That side of it's good. But I think we're going to see over the next 3 weeks, there is going to be some filthy games. It's going to be real ugly. A couple of absolute gems like there
Yeah.
was on the weekend, but not great. Other bad things.
But at least there's no teams that are just falling into finals this year.
No.
Because often that 8th place is someone who hasn't been that good all year, but they just get in on percentage or something like that.
That's true. It'll make for a good final
Like
series.
Whereas now 9th is actually unlucky because they probably won 14 games, but they somehow don't make finals. So,
Ninth was unlucky a couple of years ago, though.
well, yes, you could say that 2023 was an outlier in that regard.
Tyrrell's chips no longer going to be available in Woolworths and Coles. They're my favourites.
Can't
Well,
ever
Very
had
upset
them.
about it.
I think Russ Eats might have come to your rescue.
Oh.
There's a new kettle range that he reckons are basically just the replacement of them.
Oh, okay.
So
I'm not
watch
surprised
out
by
for
that.
those.
Okay, that's good. Hutto saying that the Pies were in second, but really in first before their game on Saturday night. Did anyone else hear that? It's sort of like, well, they're in second place now, but really it's first.
Wow.
But it actually
Expecting
was
that they were
first.
going to win. No.
Oh,
they
no,
were
we would know
second.
they
Yeah.
were. Oh, no.
It was a really weird
Like
comment.
they-
It just
wow.
sounded, it just, for some reason, like I was sort of half listening, but then that comment just really stuck with
Is he
me.
a
It's
Pies
like,
supporter?
no, Geelong, I think.
Just Victorian.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's a bit weird.
Yeah.
Look, I've got a couple of cricket ones here. I won't go with them though because no one gives a shit about cricket. There's the Poms whinging again. Did you see that, Ben? The Poms were whinging about the Indian players trying to go for their hundreds.
Oh, yeah.
When and they wanted to call the game off because it was going to
They
be a draw.
started playing no-name bowlers. And
Yeah.
they were bowling like lollipops. And,
Yeah, and sledging and just
Yeah.
being all round idiots. Anyway, they're
Yeah.
coming out in the summer, so it's going to be pretty
So
interesting.
they still got the moral victory in that game.
Of
though,
course,
didn't they?
always get the moral victory.
Fully
the Poms.
sold out Ashes series.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it's going to be pretty good, I think.
Yeah.
They seem to have gone. We need a hard edge. We need to be pricks on the field now. England. They've gone from we're exciting Baz ballers. Now we're just a hard edge, hard asses.
So they're Gold Coast Suns, basically.
Yep. They need to grow the dimmer up.
Now, I haven't confirmed this with Lauren because she did get here a little bit late. I was going to confirm it with her before, but I think the worst thing this week is that you might have watched the Logies last night.
Yeah, I did. That's me. That's it. Just me watching the Logies. Now, I'll have you know that I watched the Logies because the Thinking Woman's sex symbol, Sam Pang, was hosting. Oh. And also, I needed to know if Po Ling Yao would win the gold Logie because obviously she's the best. Now, she didn't win the gold Logie, and I stayed up till midnight to find that out
Why is Poe in the gold Logie race?
because she's a MasterChef judge now.
Is that where we're giving the highest award to?
Oh, you
She
bet.
is much loved.
Oh my
I don't think
Lord.
you realise.
The
But do you know
Logies
who
is
won
the
it?
biggest celebration of rubbish I've ever seen in my life.
Do you want to know who won the gold Logie?
Yeah.
Lynn McGranger, otherwise known as Irene from Home and Away.
Oh my God.
And that was a pity vote because she's obviously
They're all
leaving
pity
Home and Away.
votes.
Well, she's obviously leaving Home and Away. So I know Tex will be stoked. I've got some bads.
Oh,
And it's
that
not
whole
the-
thing is terrible.
It's actually, I've got one that's related to the Logies. Kane Corns presenting the Logie for Best Supporting
Yeah.
Actor
I did enjoy
in a TV series.
Kingy giving
Wow.
him shit today
What
on
the hell?
Bible was good.
I was
Yeah.
like, what the fuck is going on? I knew he was going to be there, but I didn't know he was presenting a Logie. That was weird.
Yeah.
I've got another bad too. It's actually football related. It's actually related to the Hawthorn game and what we were talking about earlier about Will Day. Hawthorn coming out with, putting out there in the media that Will Day's foot was stomped on. That is purely just to piss Hawks fans off, thinking that a crow did it deliberately. And I've already seen comments all over the internet, oh, I can't wait to see the footage of the deliberate stomping. Oh, come off it. That is dirty, dirty, dirty play by the Hawks. You sooky fucks. And I'll actually throw in another bad. Sam Mitchell's sooky bitch face in the press conference after the game. I've never seen a sadder man. Like literally like,
Wow.
oh, get over yourself, you smug
To
idiot.
watch it.
I thought you were going to bring up the Will Day and how the commentators were having a crack at him because of the cramp and obviously stopping the game. I thought you were going to bring that up here. That's why I didn't bring it up in my list.
Well, that was part of it, but then everyone's going, oh, it's because he had a stress fracture in his foot. Well, I thought it was pretty clear that he was cramping.
Yeah, it was.
But it's after the fact that on Twitter, a journalist, I don't even know where from, came out and said, Hawthorn have said that his foot was stomped on. So it's like the only reason you're saying that is to be basically to push the heat off of you for playing him with a stress fracture and trying to blame it on one of the Crows.
Yeah.
And all the comments from salty Hawks fans like, oh, can't wait for that footage to come out. Why wasn't it in the match review? Blah, blah, blah. That's because his foot probably got stomped on in play.
Like a normal contest.
Yes.
A stress fracture is a repetitive injury. It's not
That's right, Ben.
Traumatic injury.
That's right, Ben. That's the other point. That's what I'm saying. That is bullshit. It's a bad.
But also, we shouldn't be stopping game for players.
No.
Not for-
Absolutely not.
Like it's just it would just be a massive problem if that became a thing
And a
it's-
tactic.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
It's a tactic.
And
yeah.
just think about consistency again. Imagine if that was Hugh Bond cramping. Do you think we're stopping the game?
Yeah.
We're stopping the game because it's Will Day because everyone loves Will Day.
Yeah.
If it was Nick Dacos, we would have stopped the game.
yeah.
If it's a no-name player they play on, don't worry about it.
Yeah.
Also, the umpire, like, are you dumb? Like, how many times have you seen blokes cramping and he's going, we're stopping the play as an injured player? He's clearly not injured. He's not even getting assisted off the field.
Yeah.
No, he's just walking really weird.
Needless to say, the chat agrees.
Is that what you got?
That's all I got.
Okay,
Nice.
what's next? Social media?
I actually had a quick one.
Yeah.
Which one we haven't actually. I sort of looked for the button well before now. Sorry. Does anyone have anything
okay.
else to say? Oh, here we go.
Excuse me.
Oh, here you go.
I'd like to ask you a few questions.
Just a short discussion. It might not take too long.
Yeah.
They were talking about it on something I was listening to today. The father-son rule, obviously coming under a lot of scrutiny at the moment with how compromised drafts are getting.
Yeah.
What do you think about it? Is it something that you would want to see retained?
I kind of do, but only because it's like,
Only if
We're-
it's Crows players.
well, yeah, we're not getting that many, but
Yeah.
I mean, we will eventually. But I don't know, like, I kind of hate the fact that we're just trying to take all the tradition out of the game. Like, that's just another piece of tradition that, you know, is being cast aside. And I get it, like, in fairness, yes, like, I understand why, but there's got to be a way that it can work. You know what I mean?
We need to fix the draft. The draft
Big
is
time.
cooked at the moment.
Yeah.
But I don't think the father-son is the biggest culprit here.
Well, the percentage of who goes as father-son versus who's an NGA.
yeah.
Like,
and with the NGA rules being just completely ludicrous.
yeah, that's where there is, like, everyone's linked to an NGA. It's only every now and then you get a father-son.
Yeah.
And the fact that they now go, oh, now that ex-Crows players are having kids that are about the right age to be recruited, we'll get rid of the father-son.
Yeah.
So,
I just don't. I think Fagan was right. The people whinging about the father-son are the ones that don't have any coming through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He said that on radio a couple of weeks ago, and he's absolutely right.
I just think it would be devastating if you were the son or daughter of a player in a team and you've wanted to play for that team your entire life and then you don't get the opportunity because of that, you know?
I think you can talk about how much teams have to give up to get access to their father.
Well, they should pay more, not less. I agree with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
there should be a massive premium
But
in
to
jumping
not
up.
give
Yes.
them priority access would be a shame, I would have thought.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it should be at least 50% more that you pay if you want to jump up to the thing. And
That's fair.
There's a whole lot of stuff about, well, they should just go where they want, and then if they want to get traded back to their original club, that they would get a fair price for them, picking them up. But that doesn't happen, does it?
No.
If a player nominates a club and says they want to go home or they want to go there for personal reasons, no one's questioning that, are they? You know, the club that they get, who's getting them, has all the power.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Yep.
yeah,
There definitely needs to be some ways to rectify the draft and how it looks, but you surely, like you say, there's a way to keep that kind of tradition and not have it be what this year's going to turn into.
Is this born from annoyance about the Ashcroft and Dacos brothers?
Yes,
Oh,
100%.
No,
Yes.
see, I like, the general outcry.
general
about it.
outcry, yeah.
Absolutely. Well, Brisbane won the premiership and then picked up an elite midfielder
Yeah.
this year. So it's like, I understand that there's some negatives to it, but that's not going to always happen, is it? Like, that's just luck, really. And I kind of like the fact that the Ashcross and the Dacosses are playing for their original clubs. I have no problem with it. I think it's fine.
Well, the AFL sure do love it.
And as
Yeah.
both Vardy and Mr. Drawsome have said, we've got a lot of Rashudos on the way to field the future teams, so we should really hope it doesn't
Yeah.
change in that time.
And Trevor said the academies are the problem, not the father-son rule. And yeah,
That should change
the
first.
The way that they're done and the way that they can be exploited and the like born overseas rules and like all that sort of rubbish is just crap. Like
Yeah.
that needs to just be all be gone, really. Yeah. So
I agree.
anyway, I just think
Maybe
about
when we get to the
in 1 year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
All right. What's next? Socials?
Yeah, go on.
Yeah. We got some?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay. Oh, I thought it was that one.
Out of bounds on the full.
All right, I hit you up on Instagram tonight and said how you feeling because we're obviously having some feelings about how everything's going right now. Feeling pretty good. Maddie Cook said, mixed feelings. I'm going to be in Japan from the second week of finals until the week after the GF.
Dang.
Right.
That is terrible timing, and obviously you had no faith in the Crows when you booked that trip, Maddie, so I don't really feel that sorry for you. But
I do, Maddie.
maybe it's good because you won't feel the stress of like finals footy, you know?
Yeah.
You'll be kind of like distanced from it. You'll still be able to watch it over there. The time zones will be perfect for you, but you'll be distanced from the energy. It might be good.
I had this in 2012 where I'd booked a trip overseas to Egypt and we were leaving grand final weekend. So watching the prelim against the Hawks, I was praying we'd win and also like devastated at myself and Googling where to watch the AFL grand final in Cairo. Guess where? Nowhere.
Was that before the internet, Kate? Just kidding.
Before smartphones, I'm pretty sure.
Yoshi said, like Nixie at quarter time, everyone needs to be calm 1 week at a time.
Yeah.
I think we're pretty calm. Honestly, like, you know, we're clear. Well, you know, everyone's basically calling us favourites, premiership favourites right now.
Yeah, I don't like
you know,
it.
minor premiers. But honestly, I don't really care what happens in finals. Like, I'm just so thrilled with the turnaround from 15th to where we are now. Like, I couldn't be more happy. And knowing that we're going to have a few more years of this is really, really promising. So,
And in a way, this week is almost a mini test in terms of can we keep our focus in a game that absolutely everyone thinks we should win.
Yeah.
yep.
Yeah, that'll be good.
And Bozza just sent a picture of Tex looking smug. So on that note, let's hear from Bozza about our selections this week.
It's like a sauna in here.
Evening, guys. Round 22 from the sauna. West Coke away. 2 changes. I'm giving Cook one more chance. A lot of faith in him after that concussion, and last week he looked a bit out of sorts. So give him one more crack away. See how he goes. Tex out managed. Jones out in Burjo. First game of the year. Give him a crack up top. Leave the structure as it is, but give Tex a rest. Laird in. Taylor to sub. Pulled a mulligan a quarter time last week, so basically gave up on the boys. Mentally a lot tougher than I thought they are, and they continue to prove me wrong weekly, which is a good thing. Expect a tight game early, but then we'll blow it out later in the gun test with a bit of, obviously, a better list and process. So that's about it, guys. Speak to you next week. Thanks.
Is that positive, Bozza?
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
The tone's really
Thanks, Boz.
changed with Boz, hasn't it? It's great. I mean, like us all, but yeah.
So how do we feel about Cook going around again after one touch?
Well, I don't mind it.
I guess my bias is I wouldn't mind seeing what Nankervis does in a forward role.
Yeah.
Yeah, me too, actually. Bring him back.
Yeah,
I love Nank.
Yeah, I'm not sure whether you can. I don't know. I think I'm getting closer to giving up on Cook. So I think after a one disposal game, you probably need to switch things up. But I wouldn't be sad to see him go around again.
I mean, like, you know, it is West Coast. Like,
Yeah.
also,
But that's what Vardy was saying earlier. Is if he comes out and has 15 or 16 and looks pretty good against West Coast, are we treating that as real or
Yeah.
just
If
because
it
it's
is
West Coast?
If it is wet, I wouldn't mind our structure changing slightly where if Cook goes out, Walker goes out, and we bring in, say, a Pedler and a Nank, I think that our forward line could look quite good in the wet with that.
it's one of those things where he obviously hasn't played enough, but he has just had one off game. And before that, like Boz said, before the concussion, he was actually smashing it against the Dogs. So he's got it in him. I think it's just, I mean, obviously we've got a huge test against Collingwood that is a must-win game if we want to stay on top of the ladder. So that's kind of where it gets a bit sticky, I think. Do you run with the guy who has been playing, or do you pull someone like Nank in? Yeah, it's hard.
I don't know. I guess my worry at this point of the year where we've obviously tended towards keeping the same team rolling is great, but I just worry that if we have some injuries going into the finals, who those players are in form to come in for them as well. Not that, they might have it under control. They know who's likely to come in on any given line. But yeah, that's just what I hope we use this. I hope we use these two easier games in the next 3 weeks to just look at a few things, even if it's even if it's amongst the squad we're already playing, just something.
Yeah, I feel like this week's more the chance for that because, after the North game, there's a week off. So if you've rested people or thrown some things around, then it's another whole week before they play again and it's been run into finals. So I do think if we're going to throw a few things at the wall and see what sticks, then this is the week to do it. So I wouldn't be mad at them if they did do something like that.
The other thing is is Chase due for a full game? So does he go back to the Sandful or does he come in for, I don't know, someone to rest? I don't know who would be rested in the midfield right now or in the back line.
I kind of feel like Nick's maybe is sort of already, I think he's kind of decided with Chase that maybe he's not part of the team. I know, and that's why he's been happy to play him in sub multiple weeks in a row.
I guess too, most of the games, or at least half of the games, he's been subbed in early because of injury. So he has played more than a quarter of football, at least a couple of those games.
I guess Nank is the other sub option because he is quite versatile. He obviously has been playing forward in the Sandful, but he can also play back and wing. So he's another sub option, I suppose.
I quite like Chase's sub though. I think he's a good sub.
Yeah, me too. Yeah. And I'm not sad or mad about him getting CBAs either because I think he's been playing pretty well in the Sandful in the midfield. So it's not that bad to rotate him through there.
Yeah.
And I don't mean to doubt Bozza and Captain Sensible, but the Burgess calls seem really off to me. I just don't understand why on earth we would go there. That just seems like a weird backward step to me. He's not on our list next year, so why would we bother?
West Coast defence, I don't know if they got many tall options.
Does it matter?
That they would free up an interceptor.
Yeah, I just don't think it matters, does
Is that
it?
McCarthy an interceptor or does he just get given the ball a lot?
I think he gets given it a lot.
I guess the other
Sweeps
thing
up a lot. They trust him. They pass it to him. Yeah.
The other thing is we might not rest Tex in as in leave him home. We might just manage his on-field minutes against West Coast. We might not necessarily go the 3 talls for the entire game.
No,
Well, that's what we did with Rankin earlier in the year. He got subbed out at 3/4
We've done
time.
it with Tex this year as well, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be
Who knows?
interesting selections.
It will be.
Although you'd wonder how much it plays into their thinking about Tex playing a 300th in a home final versus an away North Melbourne game.
Yeah. That
I
might
don't
be
know
the
if
other
they're
factor.
really thinking about that because the other thing is they could rest Tex against North Melbourne. So
They could. But then that's like a double rest because there's the
That's
bye
right.
after the North Melbourne game, which might be too long. I
you
don't know.
might need it.
Might stiffen up. Yeah.
Who knows? I don't know.
It has been good to see them be a bit brave with some of their selections. I think it was a really brave move to rest Laddie when we had a critical game. And yeah, I think, I feel much more confident in the selection process than I have in previous years. So yeah, I'll be interested to see what they decide.
Bringing Bond in was the right move.
Yeah.
I'm so glad they made it. So,
Yes,
yeah.
I agree.
Is
Yeah.
selection melts even a thing anymore?
Hardly. They seem to be hitting on where they should, really.
Yeah.
Well, according to us nuffs, anyway.
All right. Well, I think we're confident enough to say this is a guaranteed win this week, even though we are travelling over to Optus Stadium and, Eagles don't have Harley Reid. They also don't have Bo Allen, I think, was out with an injury. And I don't know anything else about them. Ben, what do you got?
Yep, I'm never confident enough to call anything a guaranteed win.
Yeah.
But
Geez, you'd think at this point you'd be pretty confident, Ben.
Come on, Ben.
We're top of the
That's
ladder,
soft.
for
It's
God's
as long as they don't go in
we
thinking that.
were 7-0 playing in Hobart.
Oh, God.
North
Your
Melbourne
master's
kicked-
traumatised.
Melbourne kicked 10 goals to nothing in that first quarter. So, a lot can happen.
And
but
Melbourne lost to us in 2020.
That's right. So, we should win. If you look at their stats, you name it, they're in the bottom 3 or 4. Like they're bottom for disposals, marks, contested possession. They're near bottom for pretty much anything that's useful to do on a football field. But And, yeah, they do have a lot of injuries. Harley Reid out, Oscar Allen out. I don't know too many
The
of their
rest.
players. They're all pretty new. They're pretty young. So we should win. Over there, the crowd might get into it if they get a bit of momentum. They've shown that they can sort of use a bit of pressure and really hang in for the first quarter or two. But generally they can't hold out for a whole game. So you'd hope that we don't turn up like we did against Hawthorn, and we just at least keep it level at quarter time and then just run away with it from there would be the hope.
Yeah.
Or just let's just win it from the
Last
start.
of-
Let's
Who
boost
knows?
that percentage
Yeah,
up
so-
to 180.
Well-
Absolutely. 180.
So, but we certainly aren't in a position where we can be complacent. Like,
No.
if we win everything, we'll finish top. If we drop a game, we could be down to fourth. And first and second versus third and fourth is a massive difference to our chances of doing something this year.
Yeah.
So,
Big time.
so we've definitely got to get the job done this weekend, but with an eye on not killing ourselves before playing Collingwood.
Yep.
Yes.
Same thing as what happened with Hawthorn. Hawthorn gets a long break into our game. Collingwood gets a long break into our game. We get a short break into
This
our
keeps
game.
happening.
Yeah.
And
we're
coming back from WA.
Yeah, and coming back.
late on
Yeah.
a Sunday.
Same as when
So shit.
we played Geelong after playing a 5-day break, playing up in the Gold Coast.
Yes.
It's funny how that we just keep copying the same thing over and over again. It's almost like it's not just a coincidence.
Are you suggesting $10 on West Coast at 17?
I don't go for any sort of gambling myself, but yeah, but go your hardest if you'd like.
Can
Sam.
you believe they're paying $17 in a 2-horse race? It is amazing.
It would be
I believe it.
would be quite the shock loss if we did go down, but I have a lot more trust in this team. We show up most weeks. So.
Yeah, I have no doubts we win this game.
Before we go to predictions, I did want to touch on that, Ben, run home. So currently we are top, but we need to beat Collingwood basically, because if Brisbane beat Freo at Optus Stadium, they are launching up there and we will slip to third or potentially fourth. If Freo can beat Brisbane somehow, then we're sweet and we don't need to beat Collingwood. But ideally we want to fucking beat the Pies. We must beat them.
Well, yeah, Brisbane have to play Freo and they also have to play Hawthorn.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's another danger game.
Collingwood play Hawthorn this week.
This week,
So
yep.
if one of those or two of those three games go the way we'd like it, then we're fine. But if they win everything, then we've got to win everything. So
Yeah.
You going to barrack for Hawthorn?
it's a really, really hard decision. I find it's like, geez, it would be helpful for us if Hawthorn won, but it would be hilarious if they finished ninth. So
Do you know how awful it was barracking for the Pies on Saturday night?
Yeah.
Oh, yuck.
I was backing for Brisbane. I don't know why people were so like.
Yeah.
I,
I was
I
backing
do
for
understand,
But
but
realistically now, because Collingwood lost, if we can beat Collingwood, they could finish fifth. And they're out of the top four.
Crazy.
And
Craig McRae was not happy with that loss either, was he?
No.
well,
This is a
they've done
another
bugger all
slug
in a
idiot.
month. Really,
Yeah.
They beat some shit team and they've lost 3.
Yeah, and they nearly got rolled by a couple of shit teams as well.
Yeah, they're not in
So-
the best form.
No.
no, so that would be
May
great
that continue.
if Collingwood somehow dropped to fifth and they don't get a second chance. That's a big thing. So we just got to win.
So much to still, I mean, I know we were saying like, there's some real shit fixtures going on at the end of the season, but there are some really interesting games that will have a big impact on
Yeah,
how
big
things
time.
shake down. So that will be keeping it interesting for sure.
Yeah, even Bulldogs play Freo in the last round. That could sum up who makes the 8.
Yep.
Yeah.
Quickly
right.
before we wrap up. We're going to let's do our what we think is going to happen. Sorry,
tipping.
mine's not related to football.
I got to hurry up because I got to get to the shops. Oh no, Ben, what's your tip?
Us by 45.
Kate,
Us by 60.
us by 90.
72.
Oh,
What is it? What do you
What
think?
do you think of the hard rated?
Oh yeah,
haven't
I
tried
had
it
it at the showdown.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, right. Okay.
it was there, was it?
It's sun-kissed with booze in it.
Yeah, it is very sun-kissedy, isn't it? It's all right. It's exactly
You can't
what I
taste the booze.
expected.
It's too dangerous.
Yeah.
It's too
They're
expensive.
all
at
like
low
that.
level.
Yeah,
They're
yeah.
expensive everywhere. They've taken the piss with the
Yeah.
cost.
Have
yeah.
they?
Bottle shops will have it a touch cheaper this week. Just keep an eye out if you can.
Yeah, there you go. Hot tip.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Hot tip for the hard rated. All right. Thank you.
Are we still doing the watch at our Arca bar?
Oh, geez.
You said that last week.
You said it last week, and then we
always-
realised the game starts at
4:40.
4:40.
Yeah, exactly. When I
Yeah.
realised that, I was like,
So
that does seem late on a Sunday.
Maybe we shift it to the North Melbourne game.
Yeah,
That'd be good.
Let's do the
Whenever
North
that's gonna
Melbourne
be.
game. That'll be 4:40 on Sunday too.
Probably.
No,
Just in case
I'm not
anyone-
coming up to
I
the
was gonna-
Aka on
No,
the
that's
late
fine.
Sunday.
But I thought, what if people rock up thinking
Yeah,
we're
no,
there?
please
Do
don't.
not rock up to the Aka Bar at 4:40 on Sunday. 'cause
Well, you
we
can.
won't- Well, yeah, you
feel
can,
free,
we
but
won't
don't
be
expect
there.
us.
Yeah, we won't be there.
But
Just
yeah,
whatever you do not grab any grannies.
No.
That's not what
Don't
that
look at a
place is
granny.
for.
once round 24 fixtures announced, we will confirm if we will be at the Aka Bar
Sounds
for
good.
that game.
Yes.
Nice.
Depending on
Anyway,
when it is.
thank you very much for joining us for episode 129 of Here We Crow. Thank you, Kate.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you, Ben.
Thanks, Lauren.
Thank you, Sam.
Thanks,
Sorry about
Lauren.
your camera.
That's
Thanks,
all right.
everyone.
Sorry, Dan wasn't in tonight. Don't know what he's doing. Something better. But
He's in Sydney. Is he in Sydney?
I don't think he is. I don't know what he's doing. Anyway, we'll see you again next week. Hopefully with a big margin and a big percentage.
Woo.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
See ya. Go Crows.